Aubrey. Aubrey. Now White. Now to Banks. Banks. Now to Aubrey. Bruins trail by 6. Banks on the right side. Up top to Rice. He fires away at the 3. Can't get it to go. He misses one. Now to Kiefer on the right side. Rice doesn't miss much. Lucas Good's going to try to answer with a 3 of his own. He can't. Banks comes down with the rebound. And a foul call against the Bruins. They're calling the foul on Van Slyke. He wasn't anywhere in the vicinity of the play. Didn't look like he was anywhere near the ball. That's going to be Van Slyke's 4th foul. Van Slyke's got it in his head a little bit. Van Slyke doesn't understand it, but the rest must have seen something. Right side, it's Fitzgerald. Over to Banks. Banks. A foul call against Sam Fulton. It's going to be Fulton's 4th. So now 2 starters have 4 fouls. Robertson's going to have to step in and play now. Robertson, who's been playing about 10 to 12 minutes of varsity a game, is now going to end up having to play essentially the rest of the game. Up top, it's Rice. Over to Banks. Now over to Aubrey now. Tries to go inside of Fitzgerald, throws it away, and it'll be Bruins ball. So no harm done there on the Fulton foul, besides the fact that it picked up his 4th of the game. Bruins need a bucket here. Logan Blake across the timeline to Lucas Gooden. Gooden into Blake. Blake trying to go over to Kiefer, instead throws it away. Now it's Rice the other way in transition. Rice kicking it out to White for 3. White can't rattle it home, but Banks is there to get the rebound. Banks is going to put it in for 2. Rebounding has been a struggle for the Bruins, and another turnover. Now Banks the other way, puts up a layup, can't get it. Fitzgerald goes up and gets fouled. They're going to get Watson for his 2nd. Bruins just can't seem to quite get the ball taken care of. Throwing it away. Fitzgerald at the line will shoot 2. He makes the 1st. Goldenberg checking in. Now Fitzgerald with his 2nd shot. Can't get it to go off the front of the iron. Rebound to Lucas Gooden. Now Logan Blake across the timeline. Blake. Now to Tyler Watson on the left side. Watson driving in. And gets it to go. Count the bucket. And he'll shoot 1. We're going to get White. And Watson will shoot 1 to bring the Bruins within 6. If he makes it. And he does. Watson has only missed 1 foul shot, and a timeout taken by the Bruins. A 30-second timeout taken by Tri-West. Bruins trail by 6. .327 to play in the 3rd quarter. Bruins have a packed crowd tonight behind their bench. Got to give the Bruin Nation some credit. Small gym here at Brebeuf, but the Bruins fans make it work. Of course, you want to see the number 1 team in Class 3A. The Bruins have never been ranked number 1 in 3A. In basketball, that is. They've never been ranked number 1 in basketball since they've had basketball at Tri-West. Been ranked in football multiple times. but never in basketball. So this is the first. White over to Rice. Thought about the three, instead pulls it back out. Now gets it to White. Now over to Goldenberg. Goldenberg nearly gets his pocket picked by Watson. White gets it. Now over to Rice. He's going to take the three. And Rice doesn't make it, but the rebound to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald can't get it to go. And it's going to be Watson coming down with it. Watson fighting hard in there for that rebound, and Logan Blake kicks it out, but a foul call on Brebeuf first. On White. And Banks will check in. Banks will check in, replacing White. And Tyler Watson will inbound it for the Bruins. Getting it into Logan Blake on the right side. Blake out to Robertson, now to Gooden. Up top to Tyler Watson. Thought about the three. He can hit that shot. Now over to Lucas Gooden. He fires away at the three. Gooden can't hit it. Rebound to Fitzgerald. Now to Goldenberg pushing the ball up the floor. Gets it to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald drives, and a foul call on Gooden. His third. Bruins having to deal with some foul trouble here in this contest. 2:30 to play in the third quarter. Bruins trail by 6. Fitzgerald at the line makes the first. So he'll have one more. And he makes the second. Timeout taken by Brebeuf, a 30. And the Bruins trail by 8 with 2:33 to play in the third quarter. Von Traeger's going to have to figure out how he wants to run this game plan now with two of your starters on the bench in foul trouble. It'll be interesting to see. Back in just a few moments here. Thanks for tuning in here. 2:33 to play third quarter. So out of Brebeuf's timeout, it'll be Bruins basketball. And Logan Blake will bring the ball down the floor. He crosses the timeline right side to Tyler Watson. Watson goes off White as White's playing some great defense. Tries to get inside to Kiefer, and off the foot of Higgins. It'll be Bruins basketball. In their own basket, it's the Bruins, with Watson inbounding to Gooden. Now over to Kiefer. Kiefer across the court to Logan Blake. Blake over to Robertson. He fires away at the three. Can't get it to go. Rebound to White. White now to Banks. And the Bruins going with the 1-3-1 zone. Goldenberg back to Banks. Brebeuf's not ready for it. Robertson getting thrown around down low. Back out to Banks. Now to Fitzgerald. Over to White for three. White can't hit it. Rebound's going to be tipped by Watson, and he'll end up controlling it. Watson. Left side three is good. Tyler Watson hits a three. Gives the Bruins a boost of momentum. 45-40. Bruins trail. Banks on the left side for the Braves. Up top to Goldenberg. Now inside to Fitzgerald. A hole in the zone, and Fitzgerald scores two. And Fitzgerald takes it off the inbound pass. And a foul call on Robertson. That'll be his third as well. So now the Bruins have 4 players with 3 fouls or greater. Robertson has 3, Gooden has 3, Van Slyke has 4, and Fulton has 4. Fitzgerald will shoot 2. First shot is no good. Fitzgerald will shoot another one, and Bryce Miller will come in for Robertson. He is the only player besides Kiefer who doesn't have any fouls. Jared Kiefer has no fouls on the night, neither does Bryce Miller. Those who that have played, obviously. Fitzgerald makes the second. And Logan Blake gets the ball off the inbound pass from Gooden off the pressure there by Goldenberg. Now out to Watson, taken away by Banks in transition. Banks goes up, lays it in. Brebeuf's full court defense is getting the best of the Bruins right now as they trail by 10. Watson on the left side. Drives in, gets it inside to Kiefer. Kiefer goes up, can't get it to go. Rebound's going to be tipped and controlled by White. 48 seconds now in the third quarter. Brebeuf leads by 10. Goldenberg across the timeline. Gets it to Banks. Banks gets the ball taken away by Kiefer, and now a foul call as Kiefer gets tossed to the floor. And so now they're going to discuss who was the fouls on as Kiefer was getting held down. He couldn't really do anything about it. And they're going to double foul. They're going to get Banks and Kiefer. Now, I don't really know how you call that on Kiefer, as he was the one getting held. He kind of threw his arms up because he couldn't do anything, and now it'll be and so now the official's still discussing. And so now, in that result of the double foul, that results in a jump ball. And so it'll be Brebeuf basketball. Goldenberg will bring the ball up the floor for Brebeuf. Bruins trail by 10. They're going to that 1-3-1 zone. Brebeuf's going to hold it. For the last shot, it's Kiefer's going to try to come up and trap that. It's Goldenberg escapes, nearly gets his pocket pick, gets it out to Banks. 19 seconds now, Goldenberg. The Bruins cannot allow a shot here. If you can deny the shot here and pick up no foul, of course, in the process. Banks drives in and lays it in. That's too easy for Banks. And with 4 seconds, Watson's going to have a chance at it. He's going to go up and miss it off the back of the iron. And at the end of the third quarter, your score, Brebeuf 52. Tri-West 40 as Van Slyke will check in at the quarter break. Bruins not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. There's still plenty of time for the Bruins. Just a couple of calls in the third quarter, a couple of plays, a couple of turnovers didn't go your way, and that's how you find yourself down 12 at the end of the third quarter. Rice hitting those couple of threes there in the third quarter kind of killed the Bruins' momentum when they had some. So it'll be Bruins ball out of the quarter. Bontrager rallying his team. Fight hard, play till the end. And at the start of the fourth quarter, 52-40 is your score. Doesn't matter if you lead at the end of the first quarter, second quarter, or third quarter. It just matters if you're leading at the end of the fourth quarter. Van Slyke will inbound. He's going to need some help. He's going to inbound to Gooden as Gooden nearly gets the over and back. Logan Blake crosses the timeline. Blake up top between the circles. Pulls the ball back out, nearly steps over the line. Watson now left side. Bruins need a good shot here. Don't settle for anything you don't like. Van Slyke outside now to Gooden. Over to Kiefer. Back out to Gooden, now to Tyler Watson. Watson driving in the lane. Gigging out to Kiefer. Now to Gooden. Gooden over to Van Slyke. He's going to fire away at the corner three. Airballs it, but Kiefer's there for the rebound. And Kiefer scores two. So in a roundabout way, that was an assist there by Van Slyke. Goldenberg across the timeline to Arbery. Blake is there to take it away from him. Over to Watson. He's going to take a three. And Watson can't connect, but Van Slyke is there for the rebound. Out to Gooden, out to Watson again for three. Gets it blocked. And White comes down with the rebound. Watson had 2 tries at it. Goldenberg now to White. White on the right side. Up top now to Goldenberg. Goldenberg driving in the lane, going up and scoring 2. And that, if you're the Bruins, you can't allow that if you want a shot in this game. That's too easy. They've done it twice on us. They did it at the end of the third. And now at the start of the fourth, it's been too easy. They've been doing it all game. Right side, Van Slyke. Van Slyke out to Logan Blake. Blake nearly travels. Gets it inside to Gooden. Gooden goes up. Can't score. Gets his own rebound. Can't score again. Rebound to White. White the other way. Now to Banks. Banks can't hit the three, but Fitzgerald is there for the rebound as Van Slyke totally missed his man. The Bruins trail by 12. Watson the other way, or Kiefer rather, and Watson tips it in. And Bontrager calls a timeout. 5:54 to play in the fourth quarter. The Bruins trail by 12. And the Bruins can't give up. You got to stay motivated to finish this game. It's been a tough game, a physical game. There's a definition of a physical game. This certainly is one. And a fight through your head, because that is the worst thing in sports. There is that 6 inches between your ears. So it'll be Brebeuf ball after the Watson tip in there. Bruins trail by 12. Just under 6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Just under 6 minutes, like we said, and the Bruins trail by 12. Still in this game, and you need a stop here on defense. They're going to go with the full court pressure. That's why that timeout was called, to set up the pressure. Turnover here in a bucket gives you some momentum. Aubrey will inbound. Inbound to Goldenberg. Goldenberg's going to beat the pressure across the timeline. Goldenberg nearly pocket picked by Kiefer. Goldenberg now out to Aubrey. Aubrey over to White. White into Watson, or to Fitzgerald, now over to Banks. Banks back out to Aubrey. Aubrey tries to go inside to Fitzgerald. It's tipped out of bounds. And it's going to say Brebeuf ball. And it'll be Rice. Checking in. Got to watch him out on the three-point arc for the Bruins. Banks will inbound. Inbound to White now. To Rice, now up top to Aubrey. Aubrey now to White. Inside to Fitzgerald. Off the feed from Aubrey, can't get it. Banks can't get it. And a foul call on Van Slyke is going to be his 5th. And Fulton will come in. Fulton's going to have to play smart with 4 fouls. So that's going to do it for Van Slyke this evening. Banks will shoot 2 at the line. First shot on the way for Banks is good. He's hit all of his, or he's missed 1 free shot this evening. So he's only missed 1, but he's at the line again. Looking to go up 14, he can't. Logan Blake across the timeline. The Bruins have to have a bucket here. Out to Watson. Got to have a smart decision. Nearly picked his pocket by Banks, now over to Kiefer. Kiefer up top to Watson. Watson driving in the lane, going up, but a foul call on the Braves. And they're going to get Banks for his fourth foul. And that's going to be his fourth, so you've got to go right at Banks. Watson at the line with 2 shots. Makes the first. Those are crucial free throws. These are always crucial down the stretch for the Bruins. Misses the second, and Fitzgerald comes down with the rebound. Banks across the timeline, picked up by Watson, now over to Aubrey. Aubrey, left side to White. White up top to Fitzgerald, now over to Reist. Reist looking to do something with it, goes up top to Aubrey. Aubrey now over to Banks. Banks driving in the lane, going up and getting fouled and scoring. Count the bucket and the foul on Fulton. That's going to be his 5th. And that can't be the right call, because Logan Blake was the one going up against him. And now they're going to get Logan Blake to make the correct call there. That's Logan's 2nd foul. Banks will shoot 1. And they're going to say 2 shots. It's only 1. These refs can't really figure out what they're doing here. Banks at the line with 1 shot. Gets it to go. Goldenberg checks in. Bryce Miller checks in for Fulton. And it'll be Logan Blake letting the ball roll to conserve that clock. Bruins trail by 15. Gooden can't make the 3. And a foul on Brebeuf. They're going to get Rice for his 2nd foul. Watson will inbound. The Bruins trail by 15. Blake takes a long 2. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Fitzgerald. Aubrey now across the timeline to Rice. Up top to Fitzgerald. Now over to Goldenberg. Goldenberg over to Fitzgerald. Bruins need a turnover here. Brebeuf playing stall ball, and White, and a foul on Watson. It's kind of a touch foul there. It's his 3rd. At the line. Makes the first. And makes the 2nd. Steep road for the Bruins to come back in this one. Right side Watson driving in the lane, going up, and a foul call. He'll shoot 2. Goldenberg charged with that foul, his 2nd. So Watson, these 2 free throws are crucial. And he misses the first. Misses the second. Kiefer's going to be on the floor fighting for the rebound. Aubrey travels for it, but they're going to get Brebeuf a timeout. Not really sure how that happened there. The ref on the far side of the floor called the timeout, but nevertheless a timeout there by Brebeuf. 62-45. Bruins trailing. It's under 4 minutes to play. Brebeuf will inbound out of the timeout. Bruins can't give up here. Keep fighting till the end. White will inbound. Pressure by Watson and Blake. And Blake's going to take it away from him and try to get back into Watson. White tips it, but Kiefer comes down with it. Tries to get over to Blake and threw it away to Fitzgerald. Now down the floor to Rice, and a traveling call. Into the game is Banks. Simon Banks checks in, replacing Aubrey. Logan Blake will bring the ball down the floor. The Bruins trail by 17. Blake pulls up his dribble. Rice tips it out of bounds. The passes tonight by the Bruins have not been their smartest passes this season by any stretch of the imagination. Watson will inbound. Inbounding to Logan Blake. Blake over to Miller. Miller's going to fire away at the three. Miller airballs it. Watson's going to come down with the rebound and a push foul on Brebeuf. Goldenberg picks up his third foul. Now to be a 1-and-1 situation for Watson. Watson, who's missed his last three. Very unusual of Watson. 3:18 to play, fourth quarter. Bruins down by 17. First shot on the way is good. Watson gets that weight off his shoulders of not making one in a while. Makes the second. Banks will inbound now. Inbounding to Goldenberg, and a foul on the Bruins. Bruins are going to have to play the foul game the rest of the way. They're the only players that really can foul are Jared Kiefer and Bryce Miller. Miller there to hit the three as well as to foul, because he has 0 fouls in this game. Goldenberg at the line. The Brebeuf will shoot 2 the rest of the way, and he misses the first. And he misses the second, and Logan Blake comes down with the rebound. Now the Bruins got to get a bucket quick. In transition, Kiefer now to Gooden. Gooden inside, lays it up. Can't get it, gets his own rebound, goes up. Falls to the ground hard. Can't get it to go, and Fitzgerald comes down with the rebound. Another way, Goldenberg, and a foul call on Miller. As the Bruins have to foul. They're going to intentionally foul the rest of the way. Goldenberg will shoot 2. He missed his last 2 for Brebeuf. And he makes the first. The announcer's jinx right there. Second shot is no good. Rebound to Gooden. Now Logan Blake in transition. Got to get a bucket quick. Blake inside to Kiefer. Tipped out of bounds by Banks. Bruin ball under their own basket. Here's where you set up a play to Watson or to Miller. Watson's going to lob it into Blake. And Blake's going to go up and miss it. Watson's going to get the rebound, go up and score 2. Tyler Watson scores 2. And Banks will inbound. Great pressure there. Fitzgerald Down the court to Rice, and Rice is going to have an easy lay in there for two. Kiefer the other way now to Watson. Watson driving the lane, going up and scoring two. 65-51, 2:18 to play. Fitzgerald now to Banks. Over to Goldenberg. Fitzgerald. Over to Rice. Rice pass fake, gets it inside to Fitzgerald. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Logan Blake. Blake the other way. Out to Watson. Thought about the three. Rice picks him up. Watson drives in and a foul call on Brebeuf. Rice picks up his third foul. Watson at the line will shoot 1 and 1. Makes the first. Watson's second shot is good. Banks now to Goldenberg. The Bruins not out. They're going to have to foul. Over to Rice. Inside to Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald lays it in. Banks picks it off on the pass to Gooden. Banks is going to get fouled by Kiefer. Banks will shoot two. (67-53). 1:39 to play. Makes the first. And he misses a second. Logan Blake comes down with the rebound. Blake driving the lane out to Miller. Miller now to Watson. Watson out to Miller. Miller's going to fire away at the three. Miller can't get it to go. The rebound to White. Now the other way it's Rice. Goes up, scores, and count the bucket. And that just kind of sums up the night that the Bruins have had. Rice at the line. Makes the first, or makes the only shot, rather. Timeout Brebeuf, a full timeout, 71-53, 1:23 to play in the fourth quarter. The Bruins are going to fall here. So the number one team in Class 3A will fall to Brebeuf. So the Bruins won't be number one when the polls come out Monday, but that doesn't mean anything. It only matters if you're number one when you're playing at Bankers Life. And that's what Bontrager said earlier in the week when I was discussing with him the, you know, what it's been like to be number one in the state for the first time in school history. He said, well, none of the rankings matter now. They only matter at the end of March when you're playing at Bankers Life. And that is very true. So Bone makes some school history here in his 7th season as head coach. Logan Blake will bring the ball down the floor. Bruins are going to fight till the end. Outside Logan Blake now to Tyler Watson for three. Watson can't get it to go. Rebound to Fitzgerald. It's going to be off his face and out of bounds. Watson will inbound to Logan Blake. Blake's going to fire away to three, get fouled, so he'll go to shoot 3 shots. Banks, it's his 5th. And White will replace him for the final 110. Logan Blake at the line with 3 shots. Makes the first for his first points of the fourth quarter. Blake makes the and now Goldenberg now to Rice. Rice crossing the timeline to Fitzgerald. Out to Rice. Over. Now up top. Back to Rice. Now to Fitzgerald. Back to Rice. Going to play stall ball for the final 49 seconds. Fitzgerald now over to White. The Bruins will play at home against North Montgomery on Friday for senior night. That game, of course, broadcasted live on this same link. Your final score is going to be 71-55. The Bruins fall. The Bruins will play 3 out of their last 4 games on the road. Bontrager yelling to fight for the end. Fight till the end. Don't give up. Rice. And that's going to do it. And your final score, Brebeuf 71, Tri-West 55. And that's going to do it for us from Brebeuf. Thank you, and have a great evening. We'll see you next Friday.